The 2022 Telstra Building Communities Award national winner is West Australian Shalom Group Incorporated.
It's an enormous honour and humbling to be presented with the award here tonight, and I'd also like to congratulate all the winners and all the categories from each state and territory. Most importantly, I'd like to thank Telstra for not only putting their reputation to support and promote all of us here tonight, but also for putting on this event. I'd also like to thank all of the staff and judges from Telstra for making this award experience one to remember. I'd also like to take the opportunity to honour God, my wife, Amanda, and all the staff and volunteers and residents from Shalom House for all the hard work and dedication. In order for you to understand Shalom House and where we are today, I'd like to give you some context. For my whole life, all I wanted to be was a geek, like all the TBOB. A normal person, a productive member of society, free from the influence of drugs and substances. I come from a dysfunctional family. From the age of 7, I was placed in children's homes and foster families. At the age of 9, I was placed in a child's prison for not committing crimes but for running away from homes that I was placed in. All I ever wanted growing up was to be normal, a mum, a dad, to go on family holidays, to go to one school, to be able to get up in the morning to run up the corridor and jump into bed with mum and dad for a cuddle. But I didn't understand why I wasn't like other kids. I became institutionalised from the age of 9 until I was 18 and spent most of my childhood in prison. I graduated adult prison in 1991 and have also spent time in most of the prisons in Western Australia. I became a Christian in 2001. At the time, I was selling 2.5 kilos of meth and guns and a lot of silly stuff. But my life's changed since then. I spent the next 12 years after I began to change my life, and not just on me, but also for my wife and for my children and grandchildren. I had to learn why it is that my life was taken from me through no fault of my own, but the circumstances I faced as a child growing up. After being released from jail the final time, in 2001, I enrolled in Bible college for 3 years. After doing 16 different schools, only made grade 6, couldn't read, write and writing, done 3 years. From 2002 to 2005, completing advanced diploma in theology. From 2005 to 2010, I worked at Acacia Prison as a volunteer prison chaplain 3 days a week. I watched the prison system triple in size over that time. It was coming back back and forth like a revolving door. In 2010 to 2012, I spent 2.5 years floating around all the different rehabilitation centres in Perth. So I could try to learn how I could help my family, which is the drug addicts, the homeless person, the person suffering with life-controlling issues. And today Shalom House has close to 150 residents, men, women and children's programs across 16 different properties within the Swan Valley. We're a registered not-for-profit charity that is 100% self-funded. I don't apply for grants, nor do we receive any government funding or funding of any type. The people who do support us are the ones that get prompted in their heart to give. I know that there is no holistic program like this anywhere in Australia. I know that I know. Within 12 months, all of our residents should have paid for their own rehabilitation, leave 100% debt-free, have a driver's licence, purchase a car, off Centrelink, everybody within 4 to 7 months, working full-time, and they should also have most of their family relationships restored, all community service fines paid, drugs-free, substance-free, and off all S8 medication, and they have a whole new circle of friends. We need rehabilitation centres rolled out across Australia more than we need prisons. Prisons do not help people, but rather makes them worse. It destroys families, relationships, mortgages and children. All of our program costs the government and society nothing except a bit of encouragement. When the COVID-19 epidemic hit our world, we had everyone come together to try and come up with a cure. Well, I honestly believe and know that I have come up with a cure to help transform millions of lives. No one listens. It's a holistic, coordinated approach to rehabilitation, reintegration and resocialisation. Sadly, the word rehabilitation brings with it many fears and uncertainties. Everyone tells me to take it somewhere else, so I do. And when I get there, they get told to take it somewhere else. And when I get there, they tell me to take it to hell. But I'm here to tell you today that hell doesn't want me there. So I'm still looking. I am genuinely lost for words. I receive more hate in my life today from doing the right thing than I used to doing the wrong thing. It doesn't make sense. All I'm doing is trying to help people. A lot of people don't want to be who they are, and they don't know how to change. Well, I've found a way. Again, I'd just like to thank Telstra for not only their recognition of the work that we do, but also for the privilege of having such a global leader put their name alongside ours, giving us recognition, credibility and support. Shalom House is a fact, it's leading the way in holistic rehabilitation. Thank you.